All right, welcome back, everyone. We're going to carry on with the rest of our meeting, and we're in staff reports building. We have a report about the renovations, the old bank space. Good morning, Matt. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Madam Mayor and members of council. I have before you a report requesting additional funds of $5,295.75 that have been requested by Rubicon General Contracting for change orders 1 and 2 for the office space renovation project at 135 Burley Street in Apsley. And further, that the funds be taken from the future capital reserves, not general, future capital reserves. So some background, you'll maybe recall back on February 3rd of 2026, the council passed a motion approving the RFP amount for Rubicon General Contracting for the office space renovation. So during the demolition of the office space there is some unforeseen items that came up. One was the main stack for the plumbing there. So the vent stack was in a awkward position for the renovation, let's put it that way, had to be moved to another wall, and another wall had to be built on the back side of the washroom to accommodate that, as well as some other plumbing. So the cost would be to look after that, as well as it was recommended by the contractor to make all the plugs matching in the building. So I guess over the years different plugs were added, and so we had a variety of different colors, face plates and the plugs. So they said, as we're preparing this space for lease, that it would be aesthetically pleasing if we maybe swapped all those out. So that would be the other part of this. And then also just wondering if that was it for this.
It was just those two things, I think, that were.
So there, just to give you a heads up as well, there will be some more coming. We've had a couple of other change notices provided. It's the nature of doing renovations when things come up, and some of it is to do with being aesthetically pleasing for the renovation. Others are a needed item. So one of the items is the ceiling tiles. They weren't able to match the ceiling tiles that were existing to just repair and replace. So they're trying to utilize some of the existing ceiling tiles and put them in the small offices, but then proposing to replace all the existing ones in the main areas. So that's going to be an additional cost from the RFP. Another one was they found that the electrical panel wasn't grounded, and there is some breakers that need to be replaced in there as well. So there are some additional costs coming with that. I don't have all that information yet, but we'll be bringing that back once we have that. In the interest of keeping the project moving forward and keeping the contractors moving, the CAO did allow for this additional spending to go forward already, but we wanted to recognize that council approves where that comes from, and that so that's why this report's coming, and to keep you in the loop on that.
Matt, it's not a surprise. That bank has been there for a long time, and you know what? It's like I fully expected that we would see some surprises once we start opening things up, but we're addressing it, so that's good. Jim.
10% contingency again. We should, if it's a renovation, we should add the 10%, because you're using 5 of it, you got another 4 to go. And it just happens every single time, and we're lucky now that it's within 10%, or so far. Like it might be within 10%, but we should add it on, put it on the budget when we're doing it, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's just another thought.
So we are looking at getting some costing for a sloping walkway up to the back door as well, since it's going to be an accessible door. We weren't sure whether we should deal with that at this time or do it later. We're gonna get some at least estimates and we'll bring that back to you
Right.
for approval once we get the estimates as well.
Absolutely. Let us take a look at it.
I
Because at
still
the end,
think you're gonna need a porch on it.
Yeah, the overhead.
I don't think you're gonna get away without, a porch to buffer the winds.
Oh, the
It goes
vestibule.
straight into.
On the back door?
Goes straight into, no.
On the front.
Goes straight into the building. If you're ever in that space, wind just goes like this.
Yeah,
well, we will deal with those things as you bring them forward, right? We wanna make sure it's done properly and done right, so. But bring it forward, but for now, we're just gonna deal with these two things.
I just thought I'd give you a little.
No, that's
update.
good. Appreciate it,
That's
so.
all.
Thanks for coming and telling us what you're doing and you've already done it.
That's a retroactive approval. Anyway, but that's what it
What are we
is.
here for?
Lunch. That's lunch.
Just lunch, oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness. So, well, I'm not even gonna ask that, actually, forget it. Okay, so the recommendation is there that we have those additional costs. Okay, Jim's gonna approve it after giving you a hard time. He's still gonna approve it. Ruth Ann's gonna second it. All in favor? That is approved. All right, thanks, Matt.
I should note too, the renovation is down there yesterday. It's coming along great. They should be painting this week
Oh,
in
great.
there,
Awesome.
and then the
Great.
flooring will be going.
I
in
didn't
as well,
want to
so-
quit until it was done. I
Yeah,
wanted to see it.
So it's coming along and they're anticipating about a month and a half and they should have it complete, so,
That's perfect.
yeah.
Awesome, awesome. It's looking good. Okay, thank you, Matt. And now we're moving on to roads and Jason, because you're wearing many hats today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it over to you. We've got some contract extensions and stuff to look at there. So start us off, please.
All right, so the first report I have here is to deal with a contract extension with the Miller Group for one additional year. This is the final year of option that we have in this town. Yeah, so this year, we were fortunate when we budgeted, when we had the budget discussion in the fall, we had budgeted for 5%. That was kind of what they were anticipating. In follow-up this year, they provide us with 0.5% of an increase. So the price this year goes from $8.85 per square meter to $8.90 per square meter. You'll see a bit of a spreadsheet that I put together. It's just showing the variance in cost from last year to this year if we were doing the same amount of roadway.
Right.
So the increase is $2,450 this year. Yeah, so I've got a lot of detail in there, but that's my synopsis of my report. Yes, so we'll have to go to tender next year.
Okay.
Excellent report and, I didn't see even any gravel in there for Clydesdale. It's a hell of a mess. Have we got that up for next year to do some work on?
I'd have to look at what we have proposed for next year. I don't have it right in front of me. We just did that road about 2 years ago. So it did receive graveling about 2 years ago.
Oh, man, it's terrible.
Okay, yeah, so is mine, and so is Jim's, and so is Ruth Ann's.
Yeah,
You
but they don't.
living high on the
they
hog
don't
on your
count
surface
because I don't
treatment.
drive on it. So I have to go to-
Stay on your
I'm trying
surface
to go to
treated roads if you
Clydesdale.
can't handle the potholes.
You know, I'm gonna start charging you guys for repair work to my car.
The longest, it is always in this time of year, the late winter, early spring, it takes, I have to add on like double the time it takes to get out my road at a
Yeah,
minimum.
yeah.
It takes me so much longer because I'm doing this.
I thought that was the way you drove, Carol.
Yeah, but I don't wear my glasses, right? So, anyway,
I move the recommendation.
thank goodness. Moved by Jim and I guess seconded by the other Jim this time. All those in favor? That's approved. All right, next one, Jason.
All right, so the next one is again, it's another contract extension with Dali Chemicals. This particular tender was done through Peterborough County for the member municipalities.
Right.
So this represents the final year of renewal option for this particular award as well.
Excuse me.
Now there is, I was questioned on my report a little bit and I did find an error in there. So in the financial implications, there is an increase of 5%.
Right.
For this year. But where I've got in there that it represents a $1,700 increase to the township's budget is actually a $16,500 decrease from last year's budget.
Oh,
Yes, because with all the surface treatment
That's right.
projects we've been doing, plus the additional ones this year, there is a truckload that has been reduced off of this amount. So the quantities are correct. It was just the when I did the mathematical part of it.
well, I love that it was in our favor. I thought you were gonna say like a $16,500 increase. It's gonna be like, whoa.
I moved the recommendation before he changes his mind.
All right, okay, that's easy. Okay, and seconded by
Yep,
Ruthann. Well, no, Ruthann got it this time. Any other questions or comments on that? All those in favor? We will take that report, thank you. Okay, and on to the third one, please.
All right, so this one is, again, this was a tender that we issued last year and it's for crushed limestone aggregate application. No, I did have a comment on this particular report, just suggesting that when we're granting these extensions, that we review if there's any new quarries opening in the area or any of those types of things happening, just because there could be a reduction in price from year to year. So I take that under advisement. I think it is a good suggestion. I'm not aware of any new quarries opening in the area. And I will say that when we issue these tenders, that clause is in the background, you know, the 3-year extension. So the bidders do know that they're potentially losing out on 3 years of 4 years of work, sorry. But I will take that under advisement. If I'm aware of any new quarries opening up, we will reach out for pricing just to see if there's a variance from what we are being proposed in this tender versus something else. Now, if there was a decrease, we would have to go back to market, which is an option for us in these tenders.
Right. Okay.
So.
Well, Dragon has done a wonderful job for us, hasn't he?
They do, yes, they have done a wonderful job. Last year in the tender, we actually did specify a gradient test report, which I've indicated in this. So just making sure that it meets OPSS standards for aggregate for the particular aggregate for quoting on. So 5/8 is a granular M product. And then when I did this report, I did follow up with the representative at Drains and said that we would be requiring another gradation test report for this year. So prior to any aggregate going down, we would require that report. So in the past, we have had some issues with some too many fines in the aggregate, but since this tender went out, we didn't have that issue last year, and I don't expect we'll have it going forward.
Okay.
Well, Carol and I went down and read the riot act to him many years ago.
Telling all our
We've
secrets.
had good service, but.
Oh, okay.
So I did do a bit of a spreadsheet in the financials that just shows again the variance if we were using last year's pricing versus this year's.
No, that's good to see that actually. Okay, any other questions or comments? Can somebody move the recommendation? Ruthann will make that motion. Jim O'Shea will second it. All those in favor? That is approved as well. All right, 3 for 3, Jason. Good job. Thanks. And setting it up beautifully for our treasurer to come forward and talk to us about the temporary borrowing bylaw. Good morning, Judy.
Morning, thank you.
Just use your mom voice.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. So as you're aware, we don't really have any borrowing at the present time. We haven't had to in a few years. However, We do have to have this in place because we do have visas with the bank, so. I tried to get away a few years ago with not even having this in place, but, our RBC rep kind of wrapped my knuckles and said, you know what, you have visas and that is a form of temporary borrowing, so. That's what this bylaw is.
Okay.
The beautiful part about having some reserves, eh?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're gonna move that?
I'm gonna move the recommendation.
Okay, Ruth Ann's gonna second it. All in favor? Yeah, good. Now we can keep using our visas.
Thanks for that lengthy report.
Yeah, that was, that in-depth report. Thanks, Judy. Good. Okay, and then we just have our administration. We've just got a couple of letters there for requests. There's the community care. The letter of in support for game night, which is casino night, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm volunteering council again.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I am.
You're so good.
I told Katie that as long as they're gonna do that, like council,
June
just,
June the 20th, that's nice.
so I think it's a little bit later this year, isn't it? Maybe, but anyway, so mark that on your calendars, council, if you can help out and volunteer with community care, blackjack dealing skills, start practicing your shuffling.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, so we just have the recommendation to compose a letter of support for this. Who wants to move that? Jim O'Shea will make that motion. Ruth Ann will second it. All those in favor? That is approved. And the next one is the Royal Canadian Legion. Once again, do this every year. They are requesting the to have their patio license.
Move the recommendation.
All right, that was easy. Seconded by Ruth Ann. All those in favor? That's approved. Well, I'm smelling that food even more, so we're going fast, people. And nothing else, no other correspondence or notices of motion, so we do need to go into closed session, so I am looking for a motion for us to go into closed session pursuant to section 239(2) of the Municipal Act. This part of the meeting will be closed because we will be discussing personnel matters and litigation or potential litigation matters. So moved by Ruth Ann, seconded by Jim O'Shea. All those in favor? We are going into close, people. See you. All right, welcome back, everyone. I need a motion to come out of close and back into open, please. Moved by Ruth Ann, seconded by Jim Whalen. All those in favor? We are back in open, and just my only report is that direction was provided to staff on the items that were listed for discussion. Okay, and with that, we're going into just reading of the bylaws. And Kelly, could you read the one bylaw, please?
Bylaw to authorize borrowing from time to time to meet current expenditures during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026.
All right, can I have a mover for that bylaw? Moved by Ruth Ann, seconded by Jim O'Shea. All those in favor? That is approved. A motion to confirm the proceedings of today's meeting, please. Moved by Jim O'Shea, seconded by Jim Whalen. All in favor? We are confirmed. And motion to adjourn, please. Moved by Jim O'Shea, seconded by Ruth Ann. Thanks, everyone.